Hey guys, it's Rianne, and today I'm going to be showing you how to transform into Rey from Star Wars. I have been waiting to make this costume for a really long time. As soon as I saw the movie around Christmas time when it came out, I left the theater and I was like, I know what I'm going to be for Halloween. So I loved her character, I loved the movie, and yeah, so I thought I would show you guys how I made my own costume. I'm actually entering this costume that I'm making into a contest, which is run by Costume Yeti. For those of you who followed my videos in the past, you would know that every year I like to DIY a costume. I've done Marina and the Diamonds before, I've done a Flapper, I've done Jess from New Girl, Ariana Grande. I mean, I just love Halloween. It's always been my favorite holiday since I was a child. It's actually my first memory, is one of my first Halloweens. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys how I made my own costume. I only used things that I got from the thrift store, and so I made this entire costume for under $8. It was like $7.20 something cents. I know a lot of you guys have created my costumes in the past, or you've tweeted me the costumes you've made, so I thought it would be really fun for me to share the Costume Yeti contest with you guys, and I definitely encourage you guys to enter and definitely tweet me your costumes that you make. I'll have a link to Costume Yeti down in the information bar below, and even if you don't enter, it's a great source of information if you still haven't decided what you're going to be for Halloween. They're offering cash prizes up to $1,250, and there's a bunch of different categories that you can enter into. So definitely go check it out. It's a super fun place to see costumes. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. So what I picked up from the thrift store is a cream colored tank top, some khaki capri pants, and then 2 pairs of 5 extra large khaki pants that were linen, and then a dark chocolate pleather belt. So the first thing I did was take 1 pair of the linen pants. I cut off the waistband, and then I just cut all the way down on each of the legs in order to make 4 strips of fabric that were about 1 foot by probably 3 feet. So the next thing that I did was I took 2 pieces of the long panels and I sewed them together on the short side on one side. So I had 2 long panels of the fabric. So here you can see how I draped it on this dress form. So to make the belt, I took this fat pleather belt and I just cut off the buckle, and then I cut it in half because it was nice and thick. And when I cut it in half, it was the perfect width for the belt that she wears in the movie. So this is what I ended up with as a result, and then I draped that on the dress form as well. So next, I took the other pair of pants and I cut them in the same method, but this time only down to the knee. And then I just cut them up, just one side of the pants this time. And I'm just going to make 4 strips. You can kind of see what I'm doing here, but I'm just making 4 strips of fabric. They were probably around 4 inches by, I want to say like 1.5 feet. And then I did the same method where I took 2 pieces and then I stitched them on the short side just to make 2 longer panels of fabric. And those are for her arm detail. So now to fit the belt, I just put it on around my waist, and then I decided where I was going to put the button. So I had 2 large wooden buttons that I thought worked pretty well with the aesthetic of the outfit. So I just sewed those onto each of the pieces of pleather. And then I measured it on my waist and saw where to cut a buttonhole. So then I just made a little, incision, and here I am putting the button through the buttonhole. So now I can take it on and off easily, and it fits perfectly. And so after that, I just decided to cut off the excess pleather. And then, of course, I repeated the same treatment on her other belt, but of course this one kind of hangs lower and around her hip, so I just did the same exact thing. This makes it really easy to take on and off, which is what I was trying to achieve. So here I am assembling the whole outfit. I've got the khaki shorts or capris and the tank top on, and then I just draped each of the large panels on my shoulders. And then I really just messed with it to try and make sure it was the right kind of draping, and I put on the first belt in order to help me keep it in place. So as soon as I was happy with that, I put on the second belt, and yeah, it works out really well. So moving on to the arm panels, the way that I use this is just by using the tension of the arm panel. I just kind of wrapped it around, and then at the end I took a thin piece of fabric that I had left over from one of the seams, and I just used it to secure by tying it around my wrist. So here's kind of like an up close of how I did that, because I know it's kind of hard to understand. But basically I just wrapped it around my arm a bunch of times using the tension to keep it up and in place. And then once I got to the bottom, I just used the seam. As you can see, here I am picking it up. And you just kind of tie that around the end, and then you can use that to secure it in place. So here I am sort of just using my hands and doing it. It was a little bit of a difficult thing to do, I won't lie, but I actually think I look pretty dexterous doing this. I had less faith in myself than I should have. So I'm just going to fold up the bottoms of the khaki capris just so it's a little bit more of the right length. And then I paired it with some black booties to finish off the outfit. I also did my hair in the Ray hairstyle with the 3 buns, and I did a natural makeup look, but I am so pleased with the way this turned out. It turned out even better than I expected, and I am just so excited to wear this when it comes to be Halloween. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had so much fun making this costume. Don't forget to head over to Costume Yeti and check out the site, and definitely enter your own costumes. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye guys!